drive across the lane. Shot goes up. It is no good by Wilson. The Lady Bulldogs the rebound. Stand-upper to Stratton. Long pass to the forward side is taken by Robin Casey. The ball gets loose, but now Sulphur controls. Kelly Patterson on the dribble. As Sulphur has the ball for the first time on the forward side. Patterson to Fowler inside the free throw line. Shot is up there. No good. A whistle and a foul against Tiffany Smith of Weatherford. And in the active shooting, Sulphur gets the ball to the forward side. That's Robin Casey on the right side. Turnaround, baseline, jump shot, in and out. No good. Rebounded by number 15, Jana Dick. And we've got traveling called against Weatherford. Traveling on the guard side. They'll turn it back to the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs. Sulphur's ball on their forward side. It comes into Robin Casey. Casey cuts across the lane, hands it to Patterson. She's double teamed, out to Fowler from the free throw line. Back to Patterson on the right side. Now she shoots from the outside. Good! Kelly Patterson, her first basket of the game. Sulphur leads by a point, 3-2, as Weatherford controls the basketball on their forward side. From the free throw line, just inside, the shot is good. Lori makes try, hits the 15-footer for Weatherford, and their girls now lead 4-3 as Stand-upper has the ball on the Sulphur guard side. Now Stratton, her pass to the Sulphur forward side. It was over the head of Misty Fowler, taken away by Weatherford, and the Lady Eagles get the ball back to their forward side. 1 point Weatherford lead, 4-3. First quarter, shot from the left side is good by Gigi Wilson of Weatherford. And now they lead 6-3. Sulphur with the basketball on their guard side. Stratton to Rackley to Stand-upper. And Lady Bulldogs get it back to the forward side. Robin Casey on the dribble. Goes to the right side. Pull up. Jump shot. No good. It was short. Casey the rebound. It's out of bounds. Knocked out by Weatherford. It'll be Sulphur's ball. Good second effort that time by Robin Casey. Got her own rebound, but it was knocked away. Sulphur inbounds the ball. Fowler into Casey. She backs in. Now gives it to Patterson. Her jump shot from 10 feet out is good. Kelly Patterson with 2 baskets in the first period. And now it's a 6-5 ball game. 1 point Weatherford lead as the Lady Eagles get the ball to their forward side. Weatherford is considered the home team. Sulphur was named as the visiting team. And wide open. Shot is up there. Good by number 22, Devon. And Sulphur has it on the guard side. Stratton to Stand-upper, getting a lot of pressure and stolen away at midcourt. A midcourt steal by Weatherford. They've got the ball back on the forward side. Into Devon. Her shot is good, and there's a foul. Basket will count by Miss Devon on the Weatherford forward side. The foul was called against B.J. Rackley. Rackley trying to defend. Instead, she picks up a foul, and Sulphur wants a timeout. So with 2:58 to go in the first period, the score, Weatherford 10 and Sulphur 5. Well, it's been an exciting first period so far. The Lady Bulldogs came out and were matching basket for basket with Weatherford. But the last couple of minutes, Lady Bulldogs missed a shot, made a couple of turnovers, and Weatherford has gone down court, made a couple of baskets, and the last time down, they got the ball inside to Devon. She made the jump shot, and Rackley fouled her while she was in the act of shooting, so they'll get 1 free throw. And the score is 10-5. It's a 5-point Weatherford lead. And Coach Rhonda Fields not really pleased with letting the other team get that far ahead of this early in the ball game, so she wanted to call a timeout and kind of maybe settle her team down just a little bit and kind of go over some of their game plans and not let this thing get out of hand too early in the ball game. They're down by 5, which isn't bad, but it could get a lot worse in a hurry. Devon with the free throw for Weatherford. It is good, so that makes it a 3-point play. She made the basket. Rackley committed the foul. Now Devon makes the free throw. Weatherford leads 11-5. Sulphur gets the ball in bounds to Stratton. Half-court pass taken by Casey on the forward side. Now Sulphur girls to set up on the offense. Robin Casey backs in. Turnaround jump shot is good. Nice move down low by Robin Casey. It's 11-7, and there's a pass at half court knocked out of bounds by Kelly Patterson. of Sulphur on the forward side to prevent that ball from getting to the Weatherford offensive end. 11-7, 4-point Weatherford lead, 2:38 to go, first period. And this is the first game of the area basketball tournament. Both teams are facing elimination if they don't win. There's a steal by Stratton, and she throws it away. Back to the Weatherford side. Bridget Stratton made a steal, and her pass to the forward side was taken away by Weatherford. There's a layup missed, out of bounds. It'll be Sulphur ball. Lori Makescry got in the lane, missed the layup, and it went out of bounds. It'll be Sulphur's ball. Now Stratton dribbles on the backcourt to Rackley. Bounce pass to Standifer, who gets it to Patterson on the forward side. Patterson drive for the basket. It's good! A tough shot by Kelly Patterson as she was making the drive toward the basket. She was cut off going toward the hoop, but she made the shot, banked it off the glass, and now they're going to say no basket, a foul before the shot. Missy Fowler scores for the Lady Bulldogs. So they get it in bounds. Fowler scores. Now Weatherford throws it away. Out of bounds. It'll be Sulphur's ball. And now the momentum swinging back toward the Lady Bulldogs. And even though they didn't give credit to Sulphur for the last shot that Patterson made, they said the foul was called before the shot. They got it in bounds to Fowler, and she scored. Then Sulphur threw it away. Now Sulphur gets it back to the forward side. And Fowler dribbles from the free throw line, stops at the top of the circle, that is. Goes on the right wing to Patterson. Now it comes in the post to Casey, to Fowler, to Patterson. There's a foul. The shot would not go, but the foul was called against the Lady Eagles of Weatherford as Kelly Patterson was in the act of shooting. And this time she will go to the free throw line for the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs. 11-9, Weatherford leads. 2 free throws would tie the game. Patterson has 2. First one is no good. Off to the right. 1:31 to go, first period. So now Patterson has 1 more free throw. It's good. Kelly makes 1 out of 2. She's got 5 points in the game, and Weatherford has the ball on the guard side, leading by 1, 11-10. Now Weatherford on their forward end. The Lady Eagles on the offense. Passing it across to the right side, turnaround jumper is an air ball. Standifer gets it, and she's fouled. Kim Standifer picked up the loose ball by the after a shot by the Lady Eagles, and a foul called against Weatherford. And now Weatherford will call timeout with 1:18 left in the first period. The score is Weatherford 11 and Sulphur Girls 10. Well, it is interesting how the momentum can kind of shift in just a matter of moments. There for a moment, it looked as though Weatherford had all the momentum. They led Sulphur by 10-5, and Sulphur called the timeout to try to slow down that momentum and maybe put things back in Sulphur's favor. Lady Bulldogs came out. They trailed 11-7. Now they've closed the gap. They trail 11-10, and things are certainly swinging back into Sulphur's favor as far as any momentum right now. And so in order to offset that, Weatherford has called timeout. Okay, no problem. Usually it's the other way around. So timeout call by Weatherford. They're about ready to break it up and get back into action. And we're back after the timeout. It'll be Sulphur ball. Kim Standifer will inbound it under the Weatherford basket or near it for the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs guard side. Pass inbounds comes to Stratton. She tips it to the forward side, taken there by Kelly Patterson. Lady Bulldogs could go ahead with a basket here. It comes into Casey. Back out to Patterson. Down to Fowler, top of the circle. She looks in, goes into Casey in the lane, turns, shoots, no good. Is it a foul or traveling? It'll be a foul called against Weatherford, and it goes against 0-0. That'll be Hartzell, who has committed the foul. Going to the free throw line for 2 shots is going to be 25, Robin Casey. Free throw is good. We're tied. 3 points in the game for Casey. We're tied 11 12-11. Minute 2 to go. First period. Second free throw is good. Casey makes both, and the Lady Bulldogs take the lead. 12-11. Basketball on the Weatherford guard side. Pass to the forward end is taken there by number 25, and that is Wilson. Now it comes across to Devon. Devon, a tall left-handed shooter. Don't see too many lefty shooters in girls basketball, it seems. Makes try, passes out to Devon. Now back to Makes try, and she's guarded there by Stratton. And so looks like Weatherford is going to pass it around and try for the last shot in this period. 29 seconds to go. First quarter action. Weatherford with the basketball, passing it around from the outside. And Standifer, Stratton, and Rackley trying to put on some defense here in the final seconds of the first period. Sulphur leads by 1. It's 12-11. And Weatherford just dribbling around from the outside. Now Makes try with the ball. Devon in the lane, shoots over Standifer. No good. Weatherford the rebound. Now it's tied up by Rackley. Jump ball. And with 1 second to go, they have stopped the clock. And they're going to say that it's going to be Weatherford's ball. So Weatherford's ball with 1 second to go near their own basket. It's inbound. Shot at the buzzer. No good. And that is the end of 1 quarter. A standing ovation from the Sulphur fans who are here this evening. And at the end of 1, the score is Sulphur 12, Weatherford 11. And welcome once again, everybody. Bruce McGrew with you on TV7 Sports. We hope you're enjoying tonight's replay of the basketball game between the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs and the Weatherford Lady Eagles in the first round of the area basketball tournament. We think a lot of congratulations are in order for the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs for simply advancing to the area tournament. That's saying quite a lot. The winner of the Sulphur Weatherford girls game then is scheduled to play Comanche girls in round number 2 of this regional game. So Sulphur, after trailing by as many as 5 points, came back to take the lead by 1. It's 12-11 at the end of the first period. Sulphur will have the ball to begin the second quarter, and they'll have a 1-point lead, 12-11. It comes into Kelly Patterson. And you got to give Sulphur credit. They were losing by 4 to 5 points in the first period. They called the timeout, and they've been coming back and dominating the ball game since then. Now, Sulphur will come out with a little bit different offensive look as they've got the ball. They're having the ball between Casey and Fowler way out high between the top of the circle and half court. And they're isolating Patterson inside to give her a chance to maybe for a one-on-one situation. And so far, the ball has been passed just back and forth between Casey and Fowler. And they're not giving Patterson a chance to get open inside. And as long as that is the case, they'll simply pass the ball back and forth. Now they get Patterson inside. She is not open, so she turns and passes it back outside. And that is the good thing. Don't force it. If you're Patterson, she had the ball, but she wasn't clear, so she turned and passed it right back. Now she gets the drive inside. Layup is no good. Kelly Patterson got the ball, got the drive inside that she wanted, and missed the layup. Now Weatherford with the ball. We'll see if that changes the momentum here. Shot by the Lady Eagles, no good. The tip in is good, and there's a foul. Wilson on the Weatherford forward side was under the basket. She missed her shot. She tipped it back in. It was good. And on the tip in, she was fouled by Bridget Stratton. So she'll have 1 free throw to make it a 3-point play. The free throw, no good. This time, Stratton gets the rebound for the Lady Bulldogs to B.J. Rackley. Now to Standifer. And Sulphur gets the ball back over to their forward side. 1-point Weatherford lead now, 13-12. Patterson under the basket. Her shot is blocked. It's loose. Picked up there by Fowler. Nice block by the Weatherford girls after Patterson got open under the basket. Now Robin Casey's turnaround jump shot. Good. Robin Casey nails a short turnaround jump shot from the left side of the basket, and Sulphur regains the lead by a point, 14-13, as Weatherford gets the ball back to their forward side. This is shaping up to be one great ball game between these two teams, at least if this first quarter was any indication. And now in the second quarter, Weatherford with the ball. From the right side, it's good by Wilson. Gigi Wilson, a bank shot from 10 feet away. Now it's Weatherford's lead, 15-14. Sulphur, Stratton gets the ball to Patterson on the forward side. Patterson drives in, right side, layup is good. Good drive by Kelly Patterson from the right side. The basket is made. Now Sulphur leads by 1, 16-15. And Weatherford with the ball from the left side. Pull-up shot there is good by Wilson. Lady Bulldogs have got to stop her. Weatherford leads. Sulphur throws it away. Weatherford controls. Knocked out of bounds by B.J. Rackley. Nice play by Rackley to knock the ball away after Sulphur had a pass intercepted on the Weatherford forward side, but there was a foul called against B.J. Rackley. That'll be 3 on her. So Rackley checked out with 3 fouls. And checking in is number 12, Shauna Hoback. And going to the free throw line is number 22, that's Devon. Left-handed shooter, it's good. So Devon makes the free throw. And it's now a 2-point Weatherford lead, 18-16. With 4:22 to go in the second quarter. Devon's next free throw is in and out, no good. Rebound gets loose over the head of Stratton, and Weatherford controls. Now Weatherford with the ball on the forward side. Sulphur should have had the rebound, but it simply bounced over the head of Stratton. Shot in the lane is good by Devon. Weatherford leads by 4. Now Sulphur on the guard side. Long pass to midcourt taken by Patterson. And she goes to Robin Casey on the left side. Casey goes in, pulls up, jump shot is good. Nice roll that made the ball go in for Casey. And it's now a 2-point Weatherford lead as Weatherford throws it out of bounds. On the transition from guard to forward side, the ball went over the head of the forward and out of bounds. A break for the Lady Bulldogs. Sulphur's ball on the guard side. Standifer throws it to the forward side. It's taken there by Fowler, who came up to meet the ball. Now Fowler pulls up, top of the key, goes left side to Casey. That's in, she double teamed. Fowler open. Now Patterson. Her shot is no good near the basket, and she commits the foul. Kelly Patterson was open just to the right of the basket. Her shot wouldn't go, and then she was called for the foul, trying to go for the loose ball after she missed the shot. The score is 20-18. It's a 2-point Weatherford lead, and both teams are in the bonus situation. 1+1 free throw for the Weatherford girls. Gigi Wilson. Basket is good. So she makes the free throw, and she'll have one more. It's a 3-point Weatherford lead. Next free throw is also good. Lady Eagles make 2 out of 2. It's Sulphur's ball on the guard side. Standifer into Stratton. To Patterson on the forward side. And now the Lady Bulldogs are going to work on the offense. Trailing by 4. Patterson, one-on-one, right side. Cut off. Passes to Fowler at the top. Into Casey. Turnaround jumper. Good. Robin Casey banks it off the glass for 2 more. And that's back to a 2-point lead. Steal by Casey. It's out of bounds. Robin Casey almost made a steal for the Lady Bulldogs at half court, but she stepped out of bounds and couldn't hold the ball. It'll be Weatherford's ball. They will inbound it from their guard side near half court. Now they throw it into the back end of the guard end. And Weatherford gets the ball to the forward side to get it to Wilson. And it's Weatherford's ball with a 2-point lead. Makes try. Passes to Wilson. Left side. Double team. Comes out to Devon. The tall forward dribbles across the lane. Guarded by Stratton. She turns. Shoots. No good. Loose ball. Controlled by Stratton of Sulphur. Out to Standifer. And Kim gets it to the Lady Bulldog forward side to Kelly Patterson. And the coach is slow down. Take your time. Patterson dribbles on the right side. Tries to go one-on-one. We've got a blocking foul against the defense. Patterson tried to drive in one-on-one against number 10, Tiffany Smith. And it could have been called charging against the offense or blocking against the defense. And they called against the defense. And it's a 1+1 free throw for Kelly Patterson. Free throw is no good. And the Sulphur fans think that the girls from Weatherford jumped in front of Patterson as she was shooting. Stepped in the lane too soon, but there was no foul called. no penalty. So the free throw no good. Weatherford with the ball. Shot goes up from the left side. It is good by Wilson. 24-20. Weatherford leads. And Sulphur gets the ball to Patterson on the forward side. And Kelly dribbles over to the right side. Looks for something to open up. Casey cuts across, but it comes to Fowler at the top of the circle. Down to Casey, down low in the lane. Turns, shoots. It's good. Robin Casey, nice shooting inside. And Sulphur pulls to within 2. It's 24-22. Weatherford with the lead with 1:47 to go. First half. And Lady Eagles have the basketball on their forward side. And that's Wilson, guarded by Stratton. Turnaround jump shot is no good. Stratton the rebound for the Lady Bulldogs. She dribbles away from the crowd. Long pass forward side taken by Patterson. And Kelly Patterson controls the basketball on the right side. That's the side she likes. That's her strong side. She pulls up in three-point range. Passes to Casey. Back to Patterson on the right wing. Kelly holds the ball. Not being guarded very closely. She drives around the defense. Puts up the shot. No good. It was a foul as Kelly put up the shot. Basket would have counted had it been good, but her layup wouldn't fall. And going to the free throw line is number 24, Kelly Patterson, who has 7 points in the ball game so far for the Lady Bulldogs. And she will have 2 free throws that could tie the game if they're both good. First one is 24-23, and Patterson at the charity stripe for one more for the Sulphur girls. Next free throw is good. We're tied again. This time it's 24 all. Weatherford's ball on their guard end. Pass to the forward side. It's knocked away by Stratton. As the ball came across half court, Bridget Stratton on the Sulphur guard side tried to tip it away. She did, but she was called for reaching across, and she gets her second personal foul. 1+1 free throw for Wilson on the Weatherford side. It's good. And Miss Wilson is doing virtually all the scoring for Weatherford. She's number 25, doing almost all the scoring for Weatherford in this quarter. Next free throw is up there. No good. Weatherford leads by 1. Sulphur gets the rebound. Standifer's pass to the forward side is taken by Kelly Patterson. Sulphur could lead with the basket here. 57 seconds to go until halftime. Casey on the right side. Turns, shoots. No good. It was short. Fowler tries to save, and Weatherford controls the ball. And then a silly foul committed by Fowler. I say silly because Weatherford trying to get the ball from their guard side of the forward, and Fowler came racing back and tried to block a pass, slapped somebody's arm, and picked up her second personal foul. Again, it is Wilson at the free throw line. 1+1, and the shot is good. That gives Weatherford a 2-point lead, 26-24, with 46 seconds to go. Second free throw is up there, rolls around, no good. Stratton gets the ball for the Lady Bulldogs. Her long pass to the Sulphur forward side is taken by Kelly Patterson. 37 seconds to go in the first half. Patterson goes to the left side. She'll sit up there. Now Fowler, top of the circle. Looks inside. Not guarding Fowler very close on the outside. She pulls up free throw line. Finds Patterson on the right side. Now 21 seconds. Pass inside intended for Casey. Thrown away. Nice steal by Jana Dick on the Weatherford guard side. Now Weatherford has the ball with 11 seconds to go in the first half. Down to 8, 7. Shot by Devon is good. 4 seconds to go. Now Sulphur with the ball. And that is the end of our first half of play. Not exactly the way you want to see the half end if you are the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs. They had tied the ball game at one time. Then they turned the ball over. They let Weatherford score 2 more baskets before halftime. And Sulphur at one time had the ball and a chance to tie going into halftime. But they committed a turnover and made a bad pass inside. So instead of shooting the ball, making a basket, and tying, they turn the ball over. Weatherford scores and goes up by 4. At the end of our first half of play, the score, the Weatherford Lady Eagles 28 and the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs 24. We'll come back with more right after this. they dropped off for this game. Back on the court, they will come out with 5 of their 6 starters. They will keep B.J. Rackley on the bench for the moment. She's in foul trouble with 3. She's the only Bulldog in foul trouble. It's got to Shauna Hoback, Kim Standifer, and Bridget Stratton on the guard side. And of course, Fowler, Patterson, Casey on the Sulphur forward end. It'll be the Sulphur guards who go to work first. As they drop back on defense, Sulphur on defense, Weatherford with basketball. Now there's a pass, a steal by Stratton. He chases it down and controls it for the Lady Bulldogs. So a turnover by Weatherford to begin the third. And now Sulphur with the ball. Fowler inside at Casey. Turnaround jumper is no good. Loose ball out of bounds. It'll be Weatherford's ball. Well, the Lady Bulldogs had a chance anyway. They made the steal, went down court, missed the shot. And that's one that they would like to have had, I'm sure. It's Weatherford with the ball on the guard side. Pass to the forward end. Will be taken there by Wilson. And she pulls up and passes it off. Now he passes the ball around. Driving from the left side. It is no good on the basket. Shot missed by Wilson. But a foul was committed by the Lady Bulldogs. They call it against Shauna Hoback. That'll be her first personal foul and the first team foul for either side. And in the act of shooting was Wilson, and she'll go to the free throw line. It is good. So Wilson makes the free throw. And her next one is on the way. It's also good. Well, that puts Weatherford ahead by 6 now, 30-24. Lady Bulldogs throw it away. They got the ball to the forward side. The pass stolen. Great steal by Weatherford. Now there's a shot up in the lane. It's good. Wilson again. There's another steal by Weatherford. Shot is good. Sulphur's got to call a timeout. Sulphur gets the ball to the forward side. It's loose. Hoback dives for it. Jump ball. Possession belongs to Sulphur. Quick as lightning can strike, so can a basketball game turn on a team, and all of a sudden Sulphur finds themselves down by 10 points, 34-24, bang, just like that. Now Stratton's long pass to the forward side gets loose. Weatherford steals it away, and Coach Fields is furious. Now on the Weatherford forward side, Sulphur's got to call a timeout and regroup. That's all there is to it. Now with the basketball, Weatherford on the right side. Wilson pulls up, passes out to make Scry. Now it comes inside, back out again, passing it around. It's out of bounds, Sulphur ball. This time with B.J. Rackley back in the lineup, they held off Weatherford, forced them to throw it out of bounds. Sulphur has got to get the ball to the forward side and get some points on the board. Rackley dribbles to the guard side. Her pass stolen by make Scry. Rackley hits the floor. There's no foul called. Another steal by the Weatherford forwards. And they control the basketball and the game with a 10-point lead. There's a shot blocked by Stratton. It's out of bounds. Great block shot that time by Bridget Stratton, who made the block from behind. We're kind of off to one side. And it's going to be Weatherford's ball from the free throw line. Traveling is called against Lori Makescry. It'll be Sulphur's ball. Standifer bring it inbound for Sulphur. It comes into Bridget Stratton. Her pass is back to Standifer. At half court, we've got a collision, and it's a blocking foul against one of the Weatherford forwards playing defense at midcourt. And it'll still be Sulphur's ball. It'll be inbounded by Kim Standifer, one of the Sulphur guards, who is still playing, by the way, with a brace around her left knee. One that she injured a couple of games ago back in the regional tournament. Now Sulphur finally gets the ball to their forward side. Patterson now to Fowler from the top of the circle. He looks up, passes to Casey. Back to Fowler in the lane. To Patterson, left side. Shot no good. Patterson the rebound this time, still no good. Loose ball tipped away. Casey controls for the Lady Bulldogs. Robin with the offensive rebound. Now Patterson gets it. Leans in, shoots. It is good. And there's a foul. And that is exactly what Sulphur needed. A basket. They called the foul against Weatherford, and going to the free throw line is Kelly Patterson with a chance for a three-point play. Kelly will have one free throw. It is good. And now it's 34-27. And it's out of bounds. At midcourt, it'll be Weatherford's ball. Sulphur has managed only 3 points in this period. And there's a pass off the hands of Wilson. It goes out of bounds. Oh, apparently not off the hands of Wilson. They're going to say it's Weatherford's ball. So Sulphur Lady Bulldogs tipped it out of bounds. It'll be Weatherford's ball on their forward side. Weatherford a 7-point lead, 34-27. That puts more pressure on the Sulphur guards to stop Weatherford and not let them get any farther ahead than what they have already. They've got to stop Weatherford and then get the ball back to the forward side. Shot from the outside is good by number 35 of Weatherford. It'll be a 2-point shot as Sulphur gets the ball to the forward end. Fowler with the basketball, top of the circle, holds it up, looks inside, pulls up 15-foot jump shot, no good. Rebounded that time by Jana Dick, and they get the ball back to the forward end. Again, Weatherford leads by 9, 36-27. 3:35 to go, third period. And we've got a foul called, and I believe it's going to go against the offense. It is offensive foul. Throwing an elbow against number 25, Wilson. Sulphur fans happy to see that one. Kim Standifer will inbound the ball from under the Weatherford basket. It comes into Bridget Stratton. Her pass goes to Rackley. BJ holds up to Standifer. And now to Fowler, who comes up to meet the ball on the forward side. Now it's going to be Patterson. Dribbles on the right side. Still dribbling. Now Fowler beyond the free throw line. Looking for Casey. Goes for the 17-footer. It's off the back of the rim. No good. I don't think that's the shot that they wanted Fowler to take. Twice he has missed from the outside, and not a high percentage shot. Patterson, or make it on the Weatherford forward side. The shot no good. Standifer the rebound. Stratton gets the ball to Patterson now on the forward side. Patterson drives in. Right side. Holds up. Looks. Finds Fowler. She goes in from the right side. Back out to Patterson. Kelly with the ball. Her 15-footer. Straight in. Good shot by Kelly Patterson on a line. Hardly any arch at all. And the basket is good. 36-29. 7-point lead for Weatherford with 2:26 to go in the third period. The ball gets loose down in the corner, but Weatherford controls. Backing in. Now they pass it around from the outside back to the left side. It goes out of bounds. Sulphur's ball. Great defensive job by Kim Standifer guarding against Wilson of Weatherford. And with the dead ball, they'll bring Tammy Key into the Sulphur forward side. Fowler will check out. And the ball goes from the Sulphur guard end. A long pass by Stratton, taken by Patterson on the Sulphur scoring side. Now Patterson dribbles on the right side. She's double teamed. They find Key at the free throw line. Her shot is no good. So Tammy tries to get into the scoring column right away, but it won't go. And it's back to the Weatherford side. 36-29. 7-point lead. And Sulphur forwards are not getting the shots they want. They're having to put it up from 16, 17 feet away instead of working the ball inside. And back on the Sulphur guard end, a foul committed by Kim Standifer. And so Kim Standifer calls for the foul. That's going to be the first personal foul on her, second team foul in this half. And it'll be no free throws. It'll be an inbound pass for the Lady Eagles as they work the ball to Becky Cole. And now it comes across to number 12, makes try. Gets past to Rackley, picked up there by Standifer. Now makes try, gets the ball inside. Her layup is good. Nice move getting inside by Lori makes try of Weatherford. And Sulphur gets the ball back to the forward side. Patterson will set up on the right side. They look to double team her. Now they do. Tammy Key open free throw line. Her 15-footer is no good. Sulphur has got to make the outside shot and force Weatherford to not double team. But Weatherford is double teaming either Casey or Patterson. And offensive turnover by the Weatherford forwards. They were called for carrying the ball over. It'll be Sulphur's ball. Inbounded on the guard side to Rackley. 42 seconds to go. Third period, 38-29. A scoring drought for the Lady Bulldogs as it comes to Robin Casey. They're going to double team Casey. She turns and goes to Tammy Key. Back to Casey. Turnaround jump shot is no good. The shot was no good by Casey, but it was still a higher percentage shot, a better shot for the Lady Bulldogs. And again, Weatherford has the ball with now 12 seconds to go in the period. Drive in from the left side. Shot is good by Lori Makesfry with 6 seconds to go. Sulphur has to hurry. They're taking their time on the backcourt. And at the buzzer, no good. About a 30-foot shot by Patterson, and it will not go. At the end of 3, the score is Weatherford 40, Sulphur 29. Well, we told you at halftime that one of these two teams, one of two things could happen. One of these two teams could blow out the other and take a big lead, or they could just continue to play basket for basket and make it kind of go right down to the wire. As it turns out, Weatherford has come out here in the third period and simply dominated the ball game. And Sulphur, on their offense, has fallen into a rut where they would try to get the ball to either the right wing and let Patterson try to drive in, or on the left side and get Casey in for one of her turnaround jump shots. But what would happen was the 3 guards, as you could see by Weatherford, they were sinking down low and double teaming either Patterson on one side or Casey on the other side, and leaving the third forward, which was either Fowler or Tammy Key, open at the free throw line. And as our third quarter gets underway, the score is 40-29. Weatherford has blown open a lead in the third, and the fourth is here. Sulphur Lady Bulldogs have got to do better in the fourth. Weatherford has the ball first to begin the period. It's Rackley, Standifer, and Stratton on the guard side. And with the ball there is Becky Cole. Passes to Makesfry. Now Wilson at the free throw line. And Weatherford can afford to take their time. In fact, they've got to take some time, use some time off the clock, and take some good shots. They're foolish if they don't. So they continue to pass the ball around. Now Makesfry holds it out. Rackley goes for the steal, and she's called for the foul. Actually, she knocked the ball away clean, but on her momentum, she fell forward and actually bumped her with the body after she knocked the ball away. So it's a foul against Rackley. That's going to be 4 on her. So one more foul, and B.J. Rackley's out of the ball game for the Lady Bulldog guards. 40-29, 11-point lead now for Weatherford, and Sulphur trying to make something happen, force the ball out or put some extra pressure on the ball, make Weatherford shoot, make a bad pass. They've got to force Weatherford to do something because they've already burned a minute off the clock here in the fourth period. And when you're down by 11, you're also playing not only against the team, against the clock as well. It's a shot from the right side, basket will count, and a foul. Number 25, Wilson of Weatherford, drove around the right side, pulled up for the jumper, banked it off the glass for 2 more, and she was fouled in the act of shooting by Kim Standifer. So Wilson with 2 more, and now she will go to the free throw line to make a 3-point play. She does. Basket is good. And if anything, that is the last thing Sulphur wanted. Ball gets to the Sulphur forward side. Tammy Key hands it to Kelly Patterson. Patterson goes around, a screen by Key, pull up, 15-foot shot is no good. Weatherford controls the rebound. Sulphur is being forced to shoot from the outside. That is not how they got to the regional tournament. Or I should say to the area tournament. Sulphur got here by playing basketball on the forward side, getting the ball inside to Robin Casey, down low in the post, or getting it to Patterson, who would drive inside. Now, Casey's been ineffective at getting the ball in scoring position, and the other forwards have been forced to shoot from the outside. At the free throw line is number 25, Wilson, and she makes one free throw after the last foul committed, and second free throw is in and out, no good. Stratton the rebound, out to Fowler, who's now in the ball game on the Sulphur guard side. Misty Fowler playing a guard in place of Reckley. Now Robin Casey is double teamed, gets it away to Tammy Key. Her 17-footer, it's back of the rim, no good. That is not the shot that's going to win a ball game tonight for the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs. Back to the forward side. Weatherford with the ball. They lead now by 15, 44-29. I think Sulphur is getting a little bit desperate shooting the outside shot. They've got to get the ball back in. They've got almost 5 minutes left. They've got to play their kind of ball game and do what got them here. And shooting 16-footers did not get Sulphur into the area tournament. That is about all Sulphur has been able to manage here in the last quarter of this ball game. Drive inside by Wilson. It's no good for Weatherford, but she was fouled going up for the shot. And it's going to go against, I believe, Missy Fowler. That is her third personal foul as Wilson goes back to the free throw line for the Lady Eagles. Timeout is called by the Lady Bulldogs. And with 4:41 left in the game, the score is Weatherford 44 and Sulphur 29. We've got about 2.5 minutes gone in the fourth period. And talking about a scoring drought, Sulphur at halftime trailed by 4, 28-24. And since halftime, Sulphur has managed only 5 points in the third period and about a third of the fourth period combined. In other words, the third period was 7 minutes. We've got about 2.5 minutes gone. So in the last 9.5 minutes of game time, Sulphur has managed only 5 points. And find himself down by 15, 44-29. And once again, the Lady Eagles are at the free throw line. The first one is up there. It's no good, but she's got 2 shots. Some of the girls jumping for the rebound there. But she'll have 2 free throws as she was in the act of shooting when fouled. Next free throw is good. Wilson makes 1 out of 2 that time. And now they steal the ball away from the Sulphur guards. Weatherford with a steal. So everything that can go wrong is going wrong here in the second half for the Lady Bulldogs. The offense has been ineffective. The guards have made several turnovers. And now Lady Bulldogs commit the foul. It'll go against Standifer, and that's 4 on Kim. 45-29 is the score. So it looks like it's going to be Weatherford against Comanche in the next game of this area tournament. As Wilson steps up to the free throw line, it is in and out, no good. The ball falls to the floor and it's picked up by Weatherford. I don't believe it, Anita, this Coach Fields. And the ball went right through the fingertips of the Lady Bulldogs, and Weatherford controls on their forward side as Coach Fields gets set to make a change in her lineup. 4:04 to go in the game. 45-29 is our score. If you joined us late, it was a close game in the first 2 periods. Weatherford led by 4 at halftime, but they've blown open a lead here by 16 now as we approach the midway point of the fourth period. And now it's a little stall tactic by Weatherford. Now they drive in toward the hoop. The shot is good, and there's a foul. Weatherford girls playing great basketball here. They simply pass the ball around, look for the opening if there was one. If not, they can continue to pass the ball around. Shauna Hoback will check into the ball game now for the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs. And so will Terry Scaff. And checking out is the entire 3 girls. They will bring Stratton out, Standifer out, Fowler out, and they will put in Rackley back into the ball game. B.J. Rackley, Shauna Hoback, and Terry Scaff all coming in for Sulphur on their guard side. Free throw is no good by Wilson. Scaff gets the rebound for the Lady Bulldogs to B.J. Rackley. Back to Scaff, and she puts on a fake, pass to the forward side, stolen away by Weatherford. Lady Eagles with another steal. Now back to the forward side. Top of the circle, down over to the left wing. And I think everybody within inside this gymnasium realizes who is going to win this ball game unless Sulphur does something miraculous here in the final 3 minutes and 22 seconds. It appears as though Weatherford has emerged as the team that is going to control the second half. We thought that at halftime that, one of two things might happen. One team would control, or it might be a close ball game, but as so often happens, one team comes in, blows the other team away in the second half. That is the case right here as Weatherford leads. Timeout is called, 3:22 left in the game. The score is Weatherford 47 and Sulphur 29. And it has to be very frustrating second half for the Lady Bulldogs, especially because they played so well in the first half. And you hate to see an effort go to waste, and it would seem as though that would be the case here. The first half, Sulphur played well. They led by 1 at the end of the first period. They trailed only by 4 at halftime, but Sulphur has been ineffective on basically both ends of the court during the second half. We are midway through the fourth quarter, and Sulphur has yet to score in this period.
No jacks out here. They're all both back in the office. You're going to have to run a court out and up.
And going to the free throw line will be the Weatherford girls, number 35, Becky Cole. And the shot is good. Becky Cole makes 2 free throws for Weatherford. And with both free throws made, that's 49-29. Now it's a 20-point Weatherford lead. Well, Sulphur has the ball. They get it back to their forward side, trailing by 20. And now we'll see if they resort to the three-point shots. Fowler for 3. Good! That'll get you back in a hurry if you can do that several times. Now Weatherford with the ball back on their forward end. That is the first basket Sulphur has scored in this period. And we've got 2:52 left in the fourth quarter. There's a foul. Terry Staff climbed up on number 25, Wilson that time. As Wilson went up from the shot, Staff was on top of her, and she's going to be called for the personal foul. That's her first personal. And at the free throw line for 2 once again is Wilson. And the free throw this time is good. 50-32. 18-point lead for Weatherford. Make it, still 18. That shot was in and out. Scaff gets the rebound. And she holds the ball. Half-court pass goes to Patterson. And she is knocked to the floor and fouled by the Weatherford Lady Eagles. And that's only the 4th team foul in this half, so there will be no free throws yet anyway. It comes into Robin Casey. Now Casey on the dribble. Her pass inside to Patterson, gets away from Kelly, and Kelly commits the foul. Kelly Patterson had the ball get away from her, and she commits the foul as she was trying to get it back. And it's going to come to the Weatherford forward side. 2 minutes and 35 seconds to go in the game. 1+1 free throw for Becky Cole. It's good. Well, you hate to say die anytime the game isn't officially over, but if things don't look good for the Lady Bulldogs, Becky Cole makes both of those free throws. Now back to a 20-point lead, 52-32. And this is a game where Sulphur will look back and say, well, what happened? We were doing so well. As Robin Casey gets down court on the Sulphur forward side, gets in, makes the short jump shot. That is the type of basket that made Sulphur so effective in the first half of the game. And we've seen so little of here in the second half. Steal by Casey. She shoots, and it's no good. There's a foul as the rebound was made by Missy Fowler. Fowler the rebound, and she was fouled by the Weatherford Lady Eagles. And with 2 minutes and 17 seconds to go in the game, this will send Fowler to the free throw line. So for a brief moment there, we were seeing the Sulphur team that got them to this point in the playoffs. They made a basket, they got it back, and got the offensive rebound. Fowler misses the free throw. Weatherford gets the ball on the forward side, and a quick basket is made by Wilson. He got inside, made the layup. And the ball comes across half court to Kelly Patterson. Patterson falls across the half court line, and she's called for going back court. Sulphur fans thought she was pushed across court, but the official said no. And Weatherford scores again. Another basket by Wilson, and kind of a tough shot. She was fouled going up, and the foul will be called against which one of those Lady Bulldogs? I believe Rackley. It is. That's 5 on BJ, and she has fouled out of this ball game with 5. Stacy McCracken will check into the game for the Lady Bulldogs. Number 34, Stacy McCracken. Timeout is called by Weatherford. And with a minute 55 to go in the game, the score, Weatherford 56 and Sulphur 34. Well, if you are B.J. Rackley, one of the 2 seniors on the Sulphur squad, you kind of hate to end your season this way. But I think in her case, her career as a Sulphur Lady Bulldog this way. There will be 2 girls from Sulphur that, unless something happens in the last minute 55 seconds, unless something happens to change the outcome, this will be the last game that B.J. Rackley and Bridget Stratton will play as Sulphur Lady Bulldogs. I want to congratulate those 2 girls on a fine season. Other girls, of course, will be back for next year, and in some cases for several years. Some of the younger players like Terry Scaff. No good. Scaff gets the rebound for Sulphur after the Weatherford timeout. And McCracken gets the ball to the Sulphur forward side to Fowler. Now to Casey. Her three-pointer is no good. That is about all Sulphur can do. Fowler, or Patterson makes a great steal. Now Casey shoots. It's no good. Fowler the rebound. She falls to the floor. Weatherford controls the ball. And it's on the Weatherford forward side. I got to admit, the Sulphur Lady Bulldogs are playing some fired-up basketball in the final minutes of the ball game. They came out and said, hey, let's give it all we have for the final couple minutes and go out and giving it all we got. And they're playing with an intensity that we haven't seen here in the second half. Foul is called against Sulphur as Weatherford missed a shot on their forward side, but they were fouled, and they'll go back to the free throw line. The last foul was called against Terry Scaff, and now another timeout is called. We'll keep it right here for a moment anyway. And remind you that with a minute 13 seconds to go in the ball game, it's now ballooned to a 22-point lead, 56-34 in favor of the Eagles, the Lady Eagles of Weatherford. Weatherford girls came in. They were favored to win. They had a 19-7 record and will now go to 20-7. So a 20-point or a 20-win season is here for the Weatherford girls. And Sulphur went down court last time, tried the three-point shot, didn't get it. Patterson went diving after the loose ball, showing a lot of hustle, but maybe a little bit too little, too late. Free throw is made. And the second free throw is good. Weatherford girls make 2 free throws. It's now 58-34. Stacy McCracken has the ball for the Lady Bulldogs. To Robin Casey on the forward side. Casey is fouled. So Robin Casey is fouled, and this will send her to the free throw line. Number 25, the tall forward of the Lady Bulldogs. And Casey, who was so effective for Sulphur in the first half, has scored now 3 points for Sulphur in the second half. And it hasn't been just Casey. Next free throw is no good. Fowler gets the rebound, puts it back up, and scores for Sulphur. Now 58-37. Less than a minute to go. Weatherford with the ball on their guard side. Back to the forward end. And they let it get loose as Scaff has the ball knocked out of her hands. It goes out of bounds. And a foul is called against Weatherford. That will more or less just delay the outcome of this ball game. I don't believe there's any way Sulphur can score 21 points in 48 seconds of game time. But they'll try. And Robin Casey at the free throw line for 1+1. It is good. One good thing about free throws, you can make them, and they don't use any time off the clock. Casey makes the first one, and she'll try for the second. Next one is good. And Sulphur will apparently finish this game with their starting forwards intact. 58-39, and a foul called against Robin Casey. On the Sulphur forward side is the Weatherford guards who are bringing the ball up court. It's Patterson, Casey, and Fowler, the 3 starting forwards still in the ball game. Normally, with Sulphur down by 20 in the final moment, you will not see their starting forwards in the ball game. Free throw is made by Weatherford, and it looks as though Sulphur will finish out the ball game with their starting guards on the bench. Scaff, McCracken, and Hoback in the ball game. Both free throws are made, and it's 60-39. Sulphur gets the ball to the forward side. It gets loose. Patterson dives for it. Can't get it. It's taken away by Weatherford. And now Hoback commits a foul on the Sulphur guard side. And Lady Bulldogs at this point, I think, are playing with emotion. They're playing with frustration. And they're taking it out, to be quite honest, on some of the reserve players. And I don't mean that in a bad way. I simply mean that they're playing up against the Sulphur playing against the Weatherford reserve players at this point. And any foul committed in frustration would be against one of the Weatherford reserves who are in the ballgame. Free throw is no good. Rebounded by Terry Scaff to Stacy McCracken. Her lob pass to the forward side taken by Casey. Goes in the lane, loose ball. Patterson picks it up. Her shot under the basket, no good. And we've got a loose ball foul against, looks like it'll go against Weatherford, and this will send Kelly Patterson to the free throw line. And the clock is stopped with 21 seconds to go in the game. Free throw is no good. 61-39. Sounds like a real blowout. But you're going to have to look back and say, well, it was a much closer game than the score would indicate, at least for the first half, as Patterson makes 1 out of 2 free throws. And the ball goes out of bounds. It'll still be Weatherford's ball, 61-40. And again, Sulphur trailed only by 4 points at the end of the first half. They've been outscored as Sulphur steals the ball. Now they've got it on the forward side. Casey turns, shoots, no good. Gets the rebound, comes out to Fowler for 3. It's no good. Now it goes out of bounds off of Casey. It'll be Weatherford ball with exactly 2 seconds to go. This game is about to be history. It comes into Weatherford. That's it. the ball game, our final score in the first game of the area tournament, the Weatherford Lady Eagles 61 and Sulphur Lady Bulldogs 40. Back with more right after this.
Home or health. We're a full-line insurance agent.